$133,000 mean, well-trained farm boy, PhD, wannabe kicking assers to Bastogne. He had that all pre-wired. If you read, the movie was a junior varsity version of a Super Bowl game. I mean, if you read the detail, it's stunning. You should, Tony. What Patton did is what we're doing. It's like NORAD and Bastogne combined. We need to have mobile hardware, those setups, pre-programmed with bolts, laser sighted where they need to go so that we can throw down systems in 3 or 4 days with a well-trained crew. So we can have 3 dryers cover 6 dryers space if we time the harvest right.
So, yeah, I know we've talked about this. I still think the mobile systems are great.
Here's the problem. No, this isn't a mobile system. This is a full tear down and build up of a full system.
No, I think
the mobile isn't going to work, and here's why. Too much duct work. You're going to end up having to tear down and set up about the same amount of time, and you're actually going to waste time logistically having to recrate and uncrate the stuff. There's a crating. This stuff isn't Maytag. It has to be crated to be put on flatbeds. So, and even anything that was big enough to fit on the biggest, no, Helmet and I have had this discussion. Remember how I told you about how Helmet microscopically was going to take out the axle and put in the big thing? They know how to do mobile heavy hardware. And if it was possible, Helmet and I would have figured it out. We're going to take another stab at it, but for right now, it ain't happening in the next 6 months. So I would almost request that we put it on the shelf for now, because you know how fucking persistent I am. But that said, I know you're more persistent than me because you're actually on a farm and I'm in a piece of fucking concrete here in Cuntville, Bellevue. So I have to defer to your expertise, I guess, at the end of the day. So I went on a rant, and because you're on a farm and I'm not, I'm going to acquiesce to you, sir, because I may have to figure this out, God damn it. Because I can't say no to you because you'll make fun of me for a while, because that's what farm boys do. Don't stop because you're going to make fun of me. I got to make sure I try to negate all of the most make fun of things that you can, right? I'm too tired. So go for it, Tony, please.
It's weak, busy. Can't even hang, man.
Oh my God. I got to go change. Oh, see, this is where I change my own diaper. Isn't that where I...
I'm sorry, Brett. Yes, you might be changing your own diaper soon. I mean, you're getting to that point. I gotta look out for you.
Oh my fucking God.
I mean, we'll put you out to pasture, not the metaphorical one, the literal.
I know.
We'll take care, though. We have a good 401k.
See, and here we have a good 401k. Oh my God, you hit me with a financial zinger. Oh my God. Well done. And this fucker's 2 hours later than us. He's in Iowa.
It's 12:20. I'm waking up in 5 hours.
Oh, I love it. The 5 hour, but it's going to be 4 hours because you're going to be drunk for another hour before you pass out, right? I know how that is.
I'm actually starting about to watch Netflix. I don't know what I was going to watch on Netflix. I was going to start watching something.
Archer. You have to watch Have you watched Archer?
I love Archer. Viceland, fucking all the Archer.
Have you the original? So the whole El Camino thing, I have that El Camino.
I love it. Lana.
I have the fucking El Camino. Guess what? What was the name of Archer's mom's dog?
You're asking me at the wrong time.
No, I know, but I keep wanting to say Marmaduke, but it's not. I keep wanting to say Marmaduke because it's a fucking Great Dane or something. But we had a German Duchess. Duchess, remember? It was Duchess. We had a German Shepherd named Duchess that my mom loved. I had an El Camino. You know the whole Top Gun thing? I'm friends. If you go onto my Facebook, my LinkedIn page, if you look up Dale Snodgrass, he is the man that they made the movie Top Gun after. I'm not shitting you. And he's my last reference on LinkedIn. Brett Schnepf, Unbounded Energy, blah, 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 blah. Everybody, Brett Schnepf, passion for passion, whatever. He's a freak show. Don't be careful because he might make you money and you might have to work for it because he was born a farm boy, because you know what you do in a farm boy? You fucking grow shit, which is kind of like mining the ground with Mother Nature, because either you grow it or you mine it. On the farm, you do both because you kick ass. And then you take that stuff, you package it up, you take it to a marketplace, and you say, marketplace, would you like to buy my cool, fun stuff that makes you feel good and maybe smile a little bit? And if you have a porn star endorser from the Hall of Fame named Dirty Harry, he might be holding that bottle in the picture saying with two wonderfully young girls next to him with nipples protruding very quite pronouncedly. And the hair, no hair, well, they might have a little patch, but there's just enough there to leave the men guessing. You know, like an Alfred Hitchcock vagina. So we then move forward to his cut line where he just simply is holding a bottle of some lucky brand's thing saying, my name's Dirty Harry, and I wake up and take this in the morning, and my girls smile. And he doesn't say another fucking syllable in that little cut thing out of his mouth, and underneath it says it's Dirty Harry, Pornography Hall of Fame. Now you tell me, we reference back to Farm Boys looking at this advertisement, seeing a pornography star dressed up in an Italian and German outfit that Brett, who used to work at Stitzman's and at Backrack Men's Stores at Valley West Mall and knows how to fucking dress. Oh, motherfucking yeah, dude. The guy picked me off the street when my mom, dude, the revenge, I'm on a revenge ride here. You unlocked it. So, dude, when I was graduating from Iowa State, my dad, you remember Dan Crum, who was the president of Maytag? My dad was close friends with him. He was a significant part of my dad's foundation. So when Brett Schnepf graduates from Iowa State University, following in the tradition of his dad, he must, because of his mother wanting to keep him in the Chicago, Kansas City, Omaha, Minneapolis Ring of Fire, right? You don't go outside of that, Brett, or else I'm going to fucking get vindictive on you, which I did, because when I told on my second interview, the three executives at the end of the table, when they asked me the last question, and I was finally thinking, oh my God, great, they're not going to make me take a drug test because I partied after I graduated a few days ago. Why do you want to work at Maytag? They looked at me and they go, Brett, you know, your dad, why do you want to work at Maytag? And there was my moment. I thought, oh shit, I'm either going to be stuck in Newton, Iowa or some fucking remote dump hole pushing fucking Maytag dryers, keeping my mom fucking passive aggressive, hypochondriac ass happy, or I can say what I want to do. So I look at him and I go, why do I want to work at Maytag? To keep my parents happy. I got up and walked out. 2 days later, that was a Monday, 2 days later, the flesh letter comes, which is the prototypical thin letter. Mom, I walk in from working at the warehouse at Pigeon's Furniture where this is a Wednesday. I walk in at about 2 o'clock because that's by the time we've done ramped up the next day's stuff, because you've already preloaded the trucks. All you do is ram it on and go the next morning at 7 a.m. So at about 2:30, I walk into the kitchen, about from where Benjamin's at with his little camera there, she takes I'm doing it just verbatim. I can close my eyes and see it. It's crisp and clear. She takes that letter between her two fingers and flicks it at me across the room, and she goes, I suppose you're moving to Seattle now. I calmly either grabbed it or picked it up off the floor, opened the envelope, and looked at it and saw it was a flesh letter. I smiled and looked at her and I said, yes, I am. I went downstairs, loaded my one-hitter, smoked out, and next morning, I went to Pigeon's Furniture at 7 a.m. to meet with Benny. Benny goes, Brett, come here. Guess what? Yesterday was your last day working here. Oh yeah, do I have to remind you, my mother was assistant to the president and got me that job, but because I went outside of the Ring of Fire, said job was gone. That was Thursday morning at 7 a.m. By Friday morning, I was working at the local billboard advertising company as a receptionist because I knew WordStar, the shitty fucking yucky WordStar program. And in the evening, after I was pissed off, I was out at the mall looking for clothes to move to Seattle. The manager of the Sitzman store offered me a job to work there, and I said, you know what, I'm going to be moving to Seattle, so I don't need the money, but I do need the clothes, and I know you have a limitation on what you can sell me based on my earnings. If you remove that limitation and let me plow all of my money into clothes, which will make me look better when I'm selling them, I'll sell more clothes, I'll have more clothes, and I get everything at a fucking 50% discount on these Periella shirts. Fuck yeah, baby. He said yes. And so I fucking rocked it with 2 jobs. I left for Seattle with Jeff Smith on February 8th in the fucking dead of winter in a 2-wheel drive, Isuzu Pup, him in a 2-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, Honda CRX. We stopped in Boise, Idaho because of the Skinnerd song. We made it into Seattle the next day, and here we are right now. I fucking kicked ass because my mom, I'm on a vendetta ride.
Story somewhere. I feel like we missed out a little bit of the story, but I mean, still,
Well, I mean, I hopped forward, but I moved to Seattle. My first job in Seattle, ironically, was in a safety and supply store for a year.
See, I thought it was going to be male gigolo, but
Oh, you read it. You know why I worked there. You read my mind because the owner of the safety and supply store had a daughter named Dion who was 23 years old, one of the most attractive women I've ever seen in my life. She wore skirts and a thong, and I passed up several high-paying jobs just to work in a shitty-ass safety and supply store so I could have a glimpse of her vagina with that thong. That's what farm boys do because they know they can earn a good living doing anything, but if they can get a glimpse of a ultra hot, I mean, she was like a 13, Tony. I mean, hot. And she was after me too. She fell on the floor. She kind of slipped and fell on the floor, and her skirt fell up, and I got a direct shot at her crotch, and she looked up at me and smiled. I was like a deer that had headlights punched through its eyeballs.
you had a raging heart on and you were embarrassed, is what you mean.
I don't think I'm having PTSD moments because I'm falling backwards. Benjamin's filming me saying this. I'm having PTSD from that moment right now. It's like time warp. I'm shocked. And I'm just envisioning that wonderful little vagina. Oh my God. Oh, the memories.
You haven't found her in LinkedIn yet? Like, added her to Facebook?
I'm afraid because when you found a 13 and 30 years later, you may want to keep a 13 and not a 3, right? I'd rather keep the 13 in my fantasy than the 3 for real, right?
It's okay. You close your eyes and still think of the 13 while you're plowing away.
Well, hopefully, well, you're lucky if you're pounding. Well, you're lucky if you're pounding because you could be a slopping, the hog, right?
Well, I know you probably know these things, Brett, but you know they do have AI like companion robots that you can program to be whatever. And
Okay.
I feel like you probably already have one, so this isn't news to you. But if you haven't heard of them, you should probably check them out, my friend. You seem awfully lonely these days.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm consulting. Okay.
Sorry, man.